your 2025 Denver Broncos.
Ready to get this game started. Here's Evan McPherson. And Monday Night Primetime is underway. Marvin Mims now to return it. This makes it up to the 25. So the Broncos offense getting set for their first drive. And bringing them out. He was a rookie last season when he took the Broncos to the playoffs for the first time in 9 years. Now a sophomore. It's Bo Nix.
Those Denver Broncos have been looking for their next quarterback after Elway and Manning. And it was a dark period until Bo Nix stepped into the fold. He led all rookies in passing yards, touchdowns. That was 29, by the way. And he finished third for Rookie of the Year. The Broncos, they found their quarterback.
First run of the game for J.K. Dobbins. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Nix. The throw finds Evan Ingram. And he's brought to a stop after he found plenty of room to run.
It's a gain of 35. That's good for a Denver Broncos. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
On 1st and 10, here's Nix. He keeps it and takes off. They'll get 18 yards there. And the Broncos will have a first down.
18 more yards. That's another Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Nix. And he will score. It's a Denver touchdown. The Broncos take a 6-0 lead right away.
Touchdown, Broncos.
So a touchdown on the board for them, Broncos. They start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. But they couldn't take away that big old tight end.
Will Lutz now on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Broncos will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Bengals nothing.
Here's Lutz, set to kick this away.
For the Broncos.
Samaje Perine on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. So here are the Bengals now as they get set for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the 7th-year pro from your alma mater, Brock, the University of Washington. It's quarterback Jake Browning.
Kate, if there's an adjective to describe Jake Browning's career in the NFL, I think I'd have to say grit. He's been on practice squads. He's bounced around different teams and different systems. He waited a half-decade in this league, persevered before he got his shot, and he made the most of it. And people on Montlake will tell you, well, just like they said in Folsom when he was in high school in California, he may not throw it the farthest or the hardest, but he has such tremendous command of the football.
And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it sets up a Cincinnati first down.
You want to drain some of the excitement, some of the noise from a home stadium? It's exactly how you do it when you go on the road. Run it right down their throat from the jump.
First down throw. Here's Browning. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
Browning from the gun. Taken in by Noah Fant. And he nearly gets them into the red zone as he's down at the 22. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
First down, Cincinnati.
Just about every defensive coordinator worth his salt says 2 things in every production meeting. Number 1, well, we got to stop the run. And number 2, we got to take away the tight end. Well, good luck doing that. Defending a big guy who can move like that, it's a lot easier to talk about than to go out and execute.
Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line.
Hey, Kate, sorting through traffic, seeking out a runner, that is this guy's domain, and boy, does he know how to operate in it.
Offense to the line for second down. From the shotgun, here's Browning. Complete out to the right. And finally, they're able to stop this play from getting any more yards.
Complete to Andre Yosivage. First and goal.
Well, that's a game that has its roots in preparation during the week. That's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday kind of stuff. Identifying ways to target the coverage and creating opportunities for big completions.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's first and goal. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And it's step 1 towards a goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. Second and goal coming up.
Oftentimes, these early exchanges are just a feeling out process for rushers and blockers. But they can also set the tone for the battles the rest of the game. And that defender, you know, with an early win, he's feeling really good about himself.
Driven backward to the 11 as they line up for second and goal. Trying again, following the sack. The throw is caught. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
Complete to Jamar
Kate, one
Chase.
thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
Shotgun now on third down. And the catch is made. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals finish off their opening drive. T. Higgins, the touchdown. Well, we all know, Brock, you want your players to get better as the game goes on and as they settle into a contest. But, man, it is tough to imagine this guy getting any better than he was on that opening drive, huh?
Yeah, you hear me all the time just talk about getting a quarterback in a rhythm, right?
Yeah.
Just a feel of the game. Yeah, you can't be much better than that. A perfect 5 for 5, and to finish it off for 6, that is a sweet feeling heading to the sidelines.
Evan McPherson on to try the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Bengals respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. On the return, here's Mims. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. So the Broncos headed out for their second drive of the game. And all that's needed here, Brock, is some repeat execution from that last series. Of course, got to expect the defense has made some adjustments after giving up that touchdown.
And that is the beauty of this game we love so much, those back and forth adjustments on the sidelines. And can this offense do what it did a drive ago? And that is stay one play ahead of their defensive foes.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. The play brought to an end by Logan Wilson.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. They run the counter with Dobbins. And all he can get is a yard here, Brock. It's going to be 3rd down.
A modest gain on the counter. A good recovery there from the front 7, Kate. They bought the fake initially, but adjusted just in time to limit the damage headed the other direction.
Extra DB out there for the Bengals. 3rd down coming. Nix from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Kate, I think that was the type of play we expected out of this defense to start the game. Can't undo that opening drive touchdown they gave up, but that can sure help to get yourself off the field with that 3rd down stop.
On 4th down, Broncos going to call on Jeremy Crawshaw here to punt. Charlie Jones on the Bengals return. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Cincinnati headed back out for its 2nd drive now. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. Offense showing trips outright as they get set for this 1st and 10. To the air, Browning. Stepping up, and he's going to run. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first.
On the scramble. 24-yard gain on the play. 1st down, Bengals.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the 1st down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
From the gun, a give to Brown. Jukes out a one-stop, and he is down to the 30-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
30-yard line. It's a gain of 17 yards. And a Bengal 1st down.
Let's see, first it was a pass, now it's a great gain on the ground. They've got this defense on their heels.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Brown again. Much better job keeping him contained this time. He's going to be marked down right near the line of scrimmage.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
The Broncos 30-yard line.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Here's Browning now. They'll set up the screen to Chase. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. Looks like we'll have a pause here. An injured Bronco out there and in some pretty obvious pain after that play. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Throwing is Browning. He's going to loft one deep to the left. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Kate, you know I talk to you all the time about these money downs and third downs and the plan you got to have. It's kind of like a manufacturing plant. You've got to manufacture open looks, and that time, the plant was closed.
And on fourth down, out comes the Bengals field goal team and Evan McPherson from the right hash, about 45 yards out. McPherson's kick is good, and that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff.
Cincinnati.
On the return, here's Mims. He stopped on the run back at the 27. The Broncos running their offense out once again.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. To throw, here's Nix. To his back, J.K. Dobbins. Juke the defender. And he's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
And the Broncos.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Throwing on 1st down, Nix. Short pass brought in. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. They get 13 on the pickup. And the Broncos will have a 1st down. Defenders in the area, they still make the connection, Brock. It almost looked like it was just another throw on the practice field.
Yeah, this is how you just develop that just trust factor, that connection. We see it with QBs and tight ends, and the best of them make it look easy.
Shotgun handoff for Dobbins. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. From the 46. Left side now, caught by Sutton. And some excellent work on this play. It takes him a while to get to him downfield.
Well, that one was drawn up and delivered beautifully, efficiently. If it's not circled on the call sheet already, you better believe it is now.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. A give to Dobbins out of the shotgun. Give him 5 on that play as he gets him inside the red zone.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
1st down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. Shotgun snap to Nix. Finds him over the middle. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Throwing here, Nix. And they take this in for the score. The Broncos take a field goal lead in our opening quarter. It's a Bo Nix touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, Turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist, and you got to be an artist that could create when things break down, and that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Lots there to tack on the extra point. And the Broncos take a 4-point lead.
Score, Broncos 14, Bengals 10.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away.
The Broncos.
Here's Charlie Jones with the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Here come the Bengals to take over once again. And they've got a bit of momentum from the field goal on the last series, hoping to grow that into something greater with a touchdown here.
Yeah, I think one thing you find is you do not want to settle for a field goal again. Points are great, but touchdowns, that's what's win games in the NFL.
Bengals getting set, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. Right side cut by Higgins. Short pickup to their own 31. In on the tackle is Jonathan Cooper.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd down now, 7 to go. They just get the play off. That's complete to Gesicki outright. And he's out of bounds on the final play of our opening quarter. And that's going to do it for our first quarter here on Monday Night Primetime. 14-10 our score. We'll get you back to Mile High after this. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Bengals football to begin. They start out with 3rd and 4. Here's Browning. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. T. Higgins, the intended receiver. And 4th and 4 coming up.
We see this all the time. The number one thing you see NFL defenses do to try to force that 4th down, gets down coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure, and let the cover guys go shut it down.
So on 4th down, Bengals calling on Ryan Rico for the punt. Fair catch the signal, and he brings it in at the 23. Denver set to take the field on offense. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended Brock in a touchdown. All right, Denver getting everybody set, so they've got 1st and 10. Quick on the draw here to Dobbins. It is charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. From the 27. Search. Down he goes. The Bengals got to him. And this defense going to try to hang on to that momentum, Brock, as they go for another stop on 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down.
This is a time where you get in that huddle and you just look at one another and say, hey, let's get back in rhythm. Get back in rhythm. Get something good to feel good about. Sure, you'd love to get the 1st down, but more than anything, just find a positive play after a huge sack.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on third down. Here's Nix. Connecting on the slant. And this one's brought to an end well downfield from that line of scrimmage.
It's a gain of 25 yards on the play. That's good for a Denver Broncos. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And he has this one past the 50 and will start downhill into Bengals territory. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of
So
7.
much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
From just shy of midfield on 2nd down. Got a man, it's Marvin Mims. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. He manages a gain of 8 there.
That's good.
And that'll be good for a Denver first.
Broncos.
That's what they call staring down the gun barrel. You know, as a quarterback, you're about to get absolutely blasted, but you got to deliver an accurate throw just like that.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Straight ahead, here's Dobbins. He gets him inside the 40, and that's a gain of about 9 yards on the play.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
And inches.
Less than a ruler needed here on 2nd down. Dive play straight ahead, and he'll get them enough for a first down.
Hey, I'll be honest with you, Kate. They say that football is cyclical. Well, I sure hope we see the fullback come back. There's just something about that guy, something about that position. And he just showed you right there, going to get you a first down. They can be difference makers, too.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Throws off the rip, but it's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they face 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Nix. Complete to Mims. And they won't manage a ton. This gets to about the 26. Look at Cam Taylor-Britt getting up there to track that one down.
3rd and 6.
Third and 6 for them to figure out now. Here's Nix to throw. And the Bengals are too much. They take him down. And they're staring at a 4th down now after that sack.
It's 4th down.
This is one of those cases, Kate, where basketball and football blend together. You know, great zone defenses in basketball. You think about them through the years. They trust one another. They know where they are as defenders on that court. Same thing in coverage. When you trust one another, when you communicate, good things happen. Just like that, you suffocate a pocket because there's nowhere for the quarterback to go.
The kick by Lutz is good. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. On the return, this is P. Ryan. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Out comes the offense for the Bengals. They'll look to knot up this game right now as they trail 17-10. First call here coming from the shotgun. Browning from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Brown on the inside give. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up.
So often we talk about the individual having to move on to the next play. Well, that was a perfect picture of the collective. That defense staring down 2nd and 1 rose to the occasion collectively.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. They go play fake with Browning. Ooh, he put some heat on that one, Brock, but it falls incomplete.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively. Really one of the areas when you watch college game to the NFL game that there is a vast difference, and that's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion.
Ryan Rico headed back out for the punt. The Broncos have Marvin Mims deep to return. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. So here comes the Bronco offense. And they were able to contribute 3 points to the lead their last time out. Another chance to build on that advantage here. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Nix. Now he takes it. And this is going to be contained at the 25-yard line. That one's going to be brought to an end by Shamar Stewart.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Now an inside handoff to Dobbins. And a decent run gets about 4, and it's going to be 3rd down.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage, B, it sets up your play action, and C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Running it again with Dobbins. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense, it just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, well, it sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
Jeremy Crawshaw on to punt. And this is the 2nd time he's been brought on to kick it. And it ends up a good return for him, up past their own 40. Cincinnati just about set for its next offensive possession.
43-yard line.
Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. Here's Brown to start the drive. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, a feel, and instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties, to create tackles for loss in the run game, it's the exact same attribute and skill set. Got to take that right angle and then go finish that runner.
Well, they went 3 yards the wrong way to start this drive out. Here's 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, here's Browning. Completed over the middle. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
Well, that is a well-designed route right there. He really made it easy to get that pass to him. Creating space, QB receiver, deliver.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Straight ahead, it's Brown. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
Chase Brown,
you know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. From the 39. Finds the in route complete. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Cincinnati.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. To the air, Browning. Forced out to his right. He tucks it and takes off. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning here at Mile High. The Bengals at a disadvantage on the scoreboard. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Brown can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3.
These stops, they don't always make the end-of-game highlight reels, but they absolutely should. The coaches and players know it. Offenses are always counting on yards on that type of run. And anytime it results in a loss, it could be a potential drive killer.
We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. Now it's Browning. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Timeout taken by the defense. They're 2nd. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on 3rd down.
It's one of those situations, not much to be had there no matter what he did with the ball. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win and a confidence builder for this defense.
Offense is getting closer, but 2 yards left to figure out. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Browning now. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So now they're left with 4th and goal.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone, and defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and leave teams for...
And he's in for the touchdown. The Bengals earn the chance to tie it before halftime. So, Brock, they take a gamble, and it pays off with a big touchdown on 4th and goal.
And they do it on the ground as well, and that just speaks volumes. That's confidence that you can own this line of scrimmage, and your back will see a lane and will get the job done. That just infuses your team and your sidelines with so much confidence.
McPherson at the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bengals make it 17 all.
17. Evan McPherson.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. On the return, here's Mims. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Broncos start getting the ball back as J.K. Dobbins runs out there. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Nix from the gun. Throwing the out route complete. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 37. He'll step up, and there he goes. And Nick slides in safely, doing so after he picked up that 1st down.
I love that play. I mean, that's quarterback 101. Nothing downfield, get what you can with your legs, but so much more importantly, protect yourself. Availability, one of the most important abilities for any quarterback.
Throwing on 1st down, Nix. Hits him on the out route. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Now the offense going to take its 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Shotgun snap to Nix. On the move, past the 40. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once, I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I can do yours.
And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. It's a sack on 1st down. We'll see if it changes the play they go with now on 2nd. So we're all knotted up here at the half, Brock, as we send this over to our buddy Scott Hansen, who's got our halftime report. Scott?
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen back with you in the studios in Orlando. We've got a close one, as we expected. No quarter given on either side. We are all tied up at the break. This one could go either way, so let's find out as they're ready for the 3rd quarter kickoff. Send it back out to the stadium and our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
All right, thanks for that hard work, Scott. These two teams ready to break this tie as we welcome you back for the 3rd quarter. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our 2nd half. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Out come the Bengals. It's their ball first, leaving the locker room. And they could take control of the 2nd half early, Brock, if they break the tie on this opening drive. First call here coming from the shotgun. Brown quick on the draw here. Powering his way forward a bit. Give him about 6 there to begin this drive.
Well, that run may not move the chains, Kate. That is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. They'll run again with Brown. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
The ball carrier.
Kate, I'll give some credit to the defense there. Limited the gain to the outside, contained him for minimal yardage, but it was going to be tough to stop him from getting a first down as close as they were to the sticks.
First down, ball at the 36. Brown on the carry. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
I think we've all become very accustomed, and I'll raise my hand and saying these tight ends are almost like bona fide receivers, big receivers, but they show you right there, when they can be powerful blockers, it can make a huge difference in a run game.
First down throw, here's Browning. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Throwing is Browning. Finds him over the middle. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Now we see after that play, one of the Broncos having a little bit of trouble out there. They're going to head out to look at him. Third and just 2 to go. Oh, movement on the line before the snap, though. This is going to be a false start.
False start, offense.
So the penalty is going to back them up 5, and in all likelihood, they need to come up with a new play call for 3rd down.
Still 3rd down.
Backed up by an unforced error, and this is 3rd and 7. Back now, pressure on its way. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. They get 28 out of that play. And it'll be first down, Bengals. Double coverage, deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
Finds Chase on the slant. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the Broncos' 12-yard line.
Only need the smallest little bit of yardage here. It is 2nd and inches. Keeps it on the option here. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Keeps it on the option.
Some tough running from the leader of the offense right there. Didn't have a ton of room, but he made it work well enough to move those chains.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Here's Browning. And he will score. It's a Cincinnati touchdown.
Cincinnati.
The Bengals take the lead right away in half number 2.
Okay, you got to be aware defensively by this point that this guy is going to run if he sees daylight. I think there was an awareness factor. They just couldn't stop him. He has just been that kind of X factor with his legs.
McPherson at the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bengals break that tie and now lead by 7.
Broncos 17.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. On the return, here's Mims. He's got a lane up past the 30. And that's where they'll begin the drive following his effort. The Broncos offense all set to go. They've got first down from the 31. First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
That's really good instinct by the eyes up in the sky. The play caller seeing space on the perimeter, a well-timed screen, and a positive gain out of it.
Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. They'll run on first down with Dobbins. Nothing doing on the outside there. No gain on the run. That's going to bring up second down.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Throwing here, Nix. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
This is Sutton working the right side. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. But that's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Here comes the Broncos punting unit. Jeremy Crawshaw, the one who's going to send this away. And this hits at the 4 before taking a bounce into the end zone. That's a touchback. So now here comes the Bengals on offense. And they take the field in good but not great shape, Brock. They've got that lead, but no doubt they'd love to see it grow.
Yeah, just having the lead does take some pressure off. It doesn't change the sense of urgency. It's always on tilt in the NFL, but it should allow them to operate a little more freely.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And down he goes. The Broncos got there. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Well, partner, I think this defense had enough. This QB has been getting out of the pocket and doing damage with his legs, but not this time. Great pursuit, great effort, and they're able to wrap him up for the sack.
Offense needs to shake off that sack in a hurry as they get ready for 2nd down and 13. Another try following the sack. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first.
A gain of 21 yards. And a Bengal first down.
Man, I don't ever want to be a defensive coordinator. They do so many things right to take away the pass, and then what happens? Well, you get a quarterback that lowers his head, gashes the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game. You take away the pass, but you can't stop the QB run.
First down carry for Brown. He's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be 2nd down.
38-yard line.
It's plays like that, Kate, that I'm happy I'm the color analyst and you and your spotter are doing play-by-play, because that was a massive humanity, a whole bunch of bodies to sort through for 1 yard.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Here he goes on the bootleg. Catch made by Chase Brown. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
Complete to
You know, these
Chase
running backs
Brown.
today, they are so
A gain of
versatile.
4.
It doesn't matter if they're
And
running it or, in this
third
case, same
down.
principle applies on routes out of the backfield. You don't get somebody close to him, that throw is headed his way.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Browning. This connects with Higgins. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48.
Number 5, T.
They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10,
It's a
first
gain of
down.
10. First down, Cincinnati.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
A run with Brown. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
Brown, the ball carrier. He was brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Browning from the gun. He takes it himself. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Bengals.
Short pass brought in. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
Kate, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Back to throw, Browning. Has him on the quick hitter. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
The nice thing about a drag route is it works versus zone. You can find that soft spot and get a completion, but they can be very effective when you got an excellent route runner running away on that drag route from man coverage.
Brown on 1st and goal. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up.
Brings up 2nd and
You know, Kate,
goal.
during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati!
Complete to
The
Jamar
Bengals
Chase.
take a 13-point
Touchdown,
lead.
Cincinnati.
It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
McPherson at the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bengals double their lead to 14.
Bengals 31, Broncos 17.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff.
For Cincinnati.
That's going to be taken in at the 8. Man, he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Denver ready for another offensive possession. And they had to wave that white flag on their last drive, Brock, hoping to avoid having to call that punter this time out.
Yeah, you get several chances a game on average, somewhere around 10 possessions, and you know not all of them are going to pan out. So you got to forget what lies behind and keep pressing on to the journey ahead.
Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Nix. Throwing quickly, but it's incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Second and 10, still at the 28. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Left side now, caught by Sutton. And he has it right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short.
It's
a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
That's good for a Denver Broncos. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
A give to Dobbins out of the shotgun. He'll cobble together a yard there. Stopped by the first rounder from Texas A&M. That's Shamar Stewart.
Well, now this defense is in the driver's seat, Kate. Right? When you make a stop like that on 1st down, now it's your discretion of just how aggressive you want to be following that play up.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. There's the fake. Here's Nix. Brought in inside the 20. And the stop is made, but not until he reaches that 17-yard line. That one nabs him 33 yards and a new set of downs, too.
Broncos. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
Nix now on 1st and 10. Completed over the middle. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Textbook hitch route. Just hit him in the short field and deliver it once that defense turns their attention elsewhere. Kate, this is a low ceiling play, but a reliable source of yardage.
2nd and 6 coming up here. So just 1 quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. It's Broncos football. They're on a mission here. They trail entering the 4th. Second and 6 coming up here. Nix from the gun. That's dropped off for Dobbins. It's a Denver touchdown. The Broncos now within 1 score in the 4th. J.K. Dobbins with the touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Extra point try now from Lutz. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Broncos chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Broncos 24.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. On the return, here's Jones. Showing a little burst so far. Nice effort here. They're going to tackle him just shy of the 35.
The Bengals take over.
The Bengals and quarterback Jake Browning ready to go once more on offense. And after that touchdown, cut their lead back to 1 score, Brock. A response in order as they take over. Ball at the 33 for first down. This drive will begin with a run by Brown. Now this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
Give some credit to the defense on that one. We don't see him get fooled into making the wrong read very often in the RPO. That's why the RPO, in fact, is part of their game to begin with. He normally makes the right call. He didn't do it there.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. From the shotgun, here's Browning. Throw left side, caught by Higgins. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. That play good for 17 and a first down.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. On the ground, Brown. And this goes across midfield and into Broncos territory. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have second and 3.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets them just as many yards as a short completion would have.
Second and 3. Setting up the running back screen. And he works this to the 38 before going down. That's good for 7 yards. And it sets up a Cincinnati first down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
First down throw. Here's Browning. Finds Higgins for another grab. And they take him down right along the 30.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there and there's nothing this defense can do.
To the right side and reeled in by Chase. And he's brought down at the line.
You know, Kate, it's almost as if the defense invited him to make that throw. That was a play they knew they could defend, and they stopped it right at the line.
Third down and 2 here. The offense coming to the line for its 7th play of this drive. Now it's Browning. He's running for it. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. It's a gain of 4 there, and it'll be first down, Bengals.
Pickup on the play, and a Bengal first down.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Brown on the inside give. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got second and 11.
He was taken down.
These edge defenders in the league today, Kate, they've got so much on their list to do. A huge to-do list. They got to get to the passer, they got to set an edge, and they got to stop that run game. Not just on the end of the line, but in that case, right in the middle of the field.
Here's second and 11. Right side cut by Higgins. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
From the gun on third down. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing fourth down.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
Big moment coming up for Evan McPherson on this attempt. From 37 yards in the right hash. McPherson's kick is
His
good.
kick is
And that'll
good.
push it to double digits in a
Makes the
two-possession
score
game.
Bengals 34.
It doesn't take a math major,
Broncos
Kate, to realize
24.
how important that field goal was. It's now a two-score game really late and puts them in the driver's seat to go and finish this thing with the win.
Evan McPherson.
Here's
to
McPherson
kick off
on to
for
handle the
Cincinnati.
kickoff. Starting from the 5. Escapes a defender. He's brought down at what
Jaleel
looks like the
McLaughlin
24-yard
on the
line.
return.
The Broncos running
take
their
over
offense
first
out
and
once
10
again.
at their own 24-yard line.
Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. Nix with it on first. Pass taken in by Sutton. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it stopped.
Cortland Sutton.
Well, nothing very
A gain of
fancy about
9.
that. That's just a
Brings up
textbook
second
curl route.
and 1
I think they were running
at the
curl routes
33-yard
last
line.
century, and it's a play that works a high percentage of the time then, just like it did now.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Nix holds on to it. It's a gain of 4. And the Broncos will have a first down.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big
gain
hit
of
for a
4
loss,
yards.
some really quick decision-making.
Broncos
He made a quick read,
first
saw the
down.
running back was going to get hit if he handed it,
First and
and he
10
pulls
at
it
the
himself for a
37-yard
positive
line.
gain.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Throwing on first down, Nix. He lofts it deep left. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
Incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that.
Brings
Really
up
well
second
covered,
and
Kate, on that
10.
play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Ball stays at that 37. Here's 2nd and 10. Shotgun handoff for Dobbins. And he's going to squeeze about 8 yards out of that run block. That brings up 3rd down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
And the Bengals bringing out a 5th DB. They're in the nickel, 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Nix. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And now they're left with 4th and short. Man, that was a chain mover if you would have held on, Brock, but the contact just too much to do so.
Yeah, he's going to be disappointed in himself because you've got to make these contested catches, but I do give a lot of credit. An outstanding effort defensively to force that ball out.
Here we go with Dobbins. And this isn't going anywhere good. He's caught well behind that line of scrimmage, and they're going to be sent off after the turnover on downs.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
The Bengals and T. Higgins back in possession here. And last drive left them in a little bit of limbo, Brock. They were happy to leave with points, obviously, but not happy that they had to settle for a field goal instead of a touchdown.
Coaches love to say on offense, let every drive end in a kick. The bronze medal's a punt, silver medal's a field goal, and now they're going to be striving for that PAT, the gold medal.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Now a toss. This is Brown. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
It is phenomenally tough to block this guy in a passing situation. Well, equally as tough to block him out there on the edge. He chased that toss down, and I don't envy these guys trying to block that monster today.
Run lost him a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11. Shotgun handoff to P-Rod. And he's going to work ahead for a couple here. It's third down now.
Alex Singleton on the tackle. It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's third down.
To the air, Browning. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
He put too much juice into that one. It lands in the end zone. We're bringing things out to the 20-yard line. Denver set to take the field on offense. And they're very fortunate the turnover on downs and short field did not lead to points. They can thank their defense by putting a scoring drive together right now. Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. Here's Nix to throw. Hits him on the in route. And he's going to be stopped after reaching up to the 33. Give him 13 on that play. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
On first down, it's Nix. Throwing the out route complete. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 40.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
2nd and 3 now. Here's Nix. Looking slant route complete. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
A gain of 6. And the Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Once more, it's Nix. Finds him over the middle. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
That's another Denver Broncos. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Throwing again. Here's Nix. Finds the in route complete. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
Complete to Troy Franklin. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 35-yard line.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They'll throw again. Nix. Now he takes it. And this is going to make it down to the 24-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And the Broncos will have a first down.
That's good for a Denver Broncos. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Nix. Oh, he's keeping it again. And he gets a gain of 9, and that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Fall forward, and I think you've got this first down, Brock. It's 2nd and inches. Throwing now from the gun. Oh, he's going for it again. And he will score. It's a Denver touchdown. The Broncos make it a 4-point game here in the 4th. It's a Bo Nix touchdown. Just a great effort there from him, Brock, to take it upon himself, embrace the initiative, and turn that drive into 6.
You know, Kate, there was a day when you were watching Steve Young or Randall Cunningham, and that felt like a bonus touchdown. But that's not today. It feels like every quarterback's got to be able to score, be a dual threat on the ground. It's part of an offense every single team relies upon.
This would put it back within a field goal.
Point after.
And he connects there, so now another kick from him. A field goal would tie this game in the fourth.
Bengals 34, Broncos 31.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a three-point game now. On the return, this is Piran. He stopped on the run back at the 27. The Bengals and quarterback Jake Browning ready to go once more on offense. And this is the type of game that's going to get people talking when people look at the numbers that he's posted running with it. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Here's Brown to start the drive. And they get him for a loss. That's a big one, Brock, and might see them burn a timeout. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
25-yard line.
They're going to pass it here. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
Just cannot afford right here, Kate, to go 3 and out. Not when you watched your counterpart score a touchdown. Got to cling to that lead and find a way to convert this 3rd down. It's a big one. And cut off some of the mojo from the other side.
3rd down, give to Brown. Wow, not a chance at all as he is met at the line on this one. That's going to be 4th and very long. Denver calls the second of its 3 timeouts. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now. The Bengals send out the punting unit. It'll be Ryan Rico doing the honors. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. So here comes the Bronco offense.
At their own 36-yard line.
First down, ball at the 36. Setting up to pass. Completed over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 44.
To Cortland Sutton. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 44-yard line.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Here he is to throw. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete.
Troy Franklin. Incomplete. The coverage by Daxton Hill.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Throwing now. Finds him on the slant. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
He did such a good job, and not just hitting him in a window on that slant in the right window, but hitting him right in time, right in a spot where he had room to run and add on to that catch.
To the line for a new set of downs, only a lone timeout at their disposal. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. Cortland Sutton, the man he was after. And we'll see what they do here on second down. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
They're trying to set up the screen. Dobbins. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. Now the offense going to take its third and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
First and 10.
Kate, I can promise you, you go back and look at the most efficient offenses in the NFL over the last couple decades, one thing will resonate. You've got to be able to attack the middle of the field. It's great to do it with receivers. It's awesome with tight ends. But when you get that influence from your running backs, man, you become a dangerous offense to stop.
He'll look to throw it. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
So the Bengals take this one on the road. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Bengals emerge as winners, as we'll see you next time from Denver.